You know, he's not the biggest boob in the bra, but he's alright. If you're bisexual and single, that's depressing. You have the biggest dating pool of everybody. I saw a TikTok of a girl, a big-breasted woman. The top comment was, W chest. I remember my youth pastor would always humble brag. He'd be like, before I gave my life to Christ, I was with so many women all the time, every night, and they were all hot. I'm like, are you flexing on us right now? What has happened? Did you guys have to take your shirts off for the scoliosis test? No? Am I just a victim? This is gonna be a hot take, but period cramps, I feel like they don't hurt that bad. That's how strict my parents were. They wouldn't let me take dumps in the house. I had to go to like the local Dollar General. A ghost could be topping me right now and I'd have no idea. Isn't that so sad? If you have confidence in your small wiener, do you really have a small wiener? Popping Viagra like Molly, hitting the club just straight bricked up. Sometimes muscle memory kicks in and I just start doing it. Everybody say it with me now. Fuck no, baby. The next time you're vaping, just know it's like you're sucking off the devil. Thoughts on boobs? Honka, honka, honka. Does that answer your question, dude? I'm getting gangbanged. This is crazy. My dream come true. No. I'm joking. Only a little bit. You guys ever heard of a little thing called the bed strategy? Time to react to the Nair video. Ah! Ah! If you're wearing gray sweatpants, you gotta have a little bulge action. Because if you got nothing, that's depressing. Condoms save lives? Not really. It more so prevents them. But favorite movie? A little short film called Two Girls, One Cup. I do not wear panties, alright? Sometimes. On the weekends. I gotta stop getting laid and focus on stand-up comedy. I think I would rather get punched in the face a bunch than eat a Burger King. Pick a number 1 through 36. 17. 18. 18? We're going 18. Could you please stop swearing? My grandpa just yelled at me. I'm sorry about that. But your grandpa can eat shit. I think I'm gonna buy a guy. Whoa. I think I'm gonna hire an employee. More like Flexapro, am I right, guys? The world is pretty amazing, dude. Other than, you know, poverty and stuff. There's a new viral craze sweeping the youth of the nation. The kids are calling it edging. Your children might be edging right now. Baby, turn the lights. What is the lie? Girls don't poop, and they fart in the comfort of their own homes. A Cane's box is like if you put an orgasm in a takeout box, and there was chicken in there also. You got little baby bitch hands. My entire hands are calluses. No Nut November had me so touch deprived when they patted me down at TSA, I just couldn't help myself. Oh, the Goated store called. I've been promoted to CEO? Is queefing like a real thing? I thought we were all just joking around. Caucasian American vernacular English. I say stuff like golly. I become autistic at night like a werewolf. Alright. I keep that toolie on my wayside like I'm Bob the Builder, brother. There's nothing like that first sip of coffee feeling where you feel like you're gonna shit your pants and you're like, this is gonna be a great day. I've been thinking about white people phrases a lot recently. Like I say skedaddle a lot, and that's pretty embarrassing. I'm just a sweet little boy, have mercy please. How tall are you? I'm 6'7", and that's real. And you can't verify it. What would you guys wish for if you got 3 wishes from a genie? I would wish for world peace and ending world hunger. No. 3 genie blowjobs. That's what I would wish for. Me without a beard is like an angel without its wings. If you're comparing hand sizes, that's a body. That's 2 bodies, actually. I'm worried about dying and then getting to the pearly gates and God is like, hey man, saw your Twitch. I'm like, damn it. It's funny they're called baby wipes because, like, that's my ass, you know? There comes a time in every dog's life where they get so old that you kind of just let them hump your leg because you feel bad for them. I'm not bilingual, guys. I'm straight. So sometimes I sext the Snapchat AI just when I'm feeling lonely. There's not a person alive that could match my freak. Oh, I had glistening. What birth control are you on? Twitch streaming, dude. Okay, so I'm just stuck here like a stepsis. What's your take on Hillary Clinton? I'd probably do it if that's what you're asking. I like a good tasteful side boob in public. It's always a pleasant surprise. You're like, nice. Opinion on cilantro? What the fuck kind of question is that? Sketch has autismed his way to the top of the totem pole, dude. I'm trying to tap into that market. That's kind of messed up that your parents get to make that decision for you. Like, what if I wanted my foreskin? Mazel tov, people. Oh! Ah! I knew a girl one time, her dad died and left her a lump sum of money, and she took that lump sum of money and got breast implants. I don't know anything about Hanukkah. I know it has something to do with candles. Looking for a new game. What should I get? Squirt Simulator is on sale right now. Bro fell off? Well, I may have fallen off, but your mother fell right onto my... You guys ever get horny for food a little bit? I guess you could call that hungry. I know it reeks. I know it's got a foul stench. Why is her neck white? Well, you know, that happens to some people. It happened to Michael Jackson. I don't think autism is contagious. We're taking a risk, baby. Come on. You guys remember Jared from Subway? What a not cool guy, right?
I'm a control freak.
Me personally, I'm just a freak. Anyways, moving on. Now, what if I take your goddamn car? What is accelerate? What is the accelerate button? Listen, dude, this is pretty awkward. I don't know the accelerate button. Every time I see a bald person, I get the intrusive thought to just like, bah. How do you get your curls so good? A little something called jizz. Guys are either good at Valorant or good at eating box, all right? And I suck at Valorant. Content creation is the hardest job on this earth. Coal mining who? This looks like, okay, that's certain death is what that is. When I was 5 years old, I was in this play, the crucifixion play. I was one of the dudes on the cross. Like, I was crucified at 5 years old. There's a home video of, like, grown men on the cross. And then 5-year-old me crucified on the cross.
That sounds Catholic to me.
Do you think I could get a disability check for being lactose intolerant? You know, they actually called me Magic Johnson back in high school on account of my Magic Johnson. Knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on the sweater already. Mom spaghetti. Explain Waffle House to a New Yorker. It's like IHOP, but your waitresses are smoking cigarettes and they're missing teeth. What's Biden's plan for that, dude? What keyboard are you using? It's so loud. Oh, is it so loud? Is this a problem? If you really think about it, me and Kai Cenat are more alike than we are different. Do I want to know if this feeling flows both ways? You're edging to the stream, you should maybe apply for a job, right? How about that? What was your job? I worked at the old Glory Hole, about a block away. Who up jacking their beanstalk? You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was in middle school, I made the conscious decision that I was like ready to get laid. Thinking that like it would just happen. I'm like, all right, now I'm ready. Let's see what happens. I did a hit and run by accident. I didn't know what it was. She pulled off to the side of the road and I was like, that's kind of weird. See you, lady. What keyboard are you using? It's so loud. Oh, is it so loud? Is this a problem? Dude should not be gynecologists. I just feel like that's mad uncomfortable for it to be a dude instead of a girl. And he's like, all right, open up or whatever. Thank you for the $5. Can I see your poop? Okay. You spent $5 to say, can I see your poop? Would you let me walk you with a leash? Maybe. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I'll step up and end racism. Let me lock in. Women don't know about dude periods. Arguably more painful than women's periods. Fella, do girls have cooties? Yeah. I think they call it gonorrhea. I was born on January 6th, and then years later, the prophecy was fulfilled. What are you doing if you have 15 minutes to live? Crank one out real quick. In elementary school, they would show us those videos of people with like holes in their throat, and they're like, don't smoke cigarettes. And you're like, I don't know, she looks pretty cool, man. Name your kid something you love. Boobs. Oh, yeah, Miss Boobs McGee. The worst thing ever is when you're just having a good time with your family and then your dog's little red wiener pops out and you're like, dude, you just killed the vibe. La calm fit, as the kids say. Or whatever the fuck. I've been looking at, like, signs of autism recently. And the more I look into it, it's looking pretty likely. I think I forgot to put on deodorant. My armpits are sweating so bad. It's like a slip and slide, dude. I have pink eye. Me and your mom had a little... We were experimenting. Now I have pink eye. Where have all the manly men gone? Why are all the men wearing pearl necklaces now? This is the fastest creamer I know. He gets down. He don't play. I'm something of a genius. Something of a Stephen Hawking that didn't go to Epstein's Island.
She took a fisting workshop.
I remember seeing her there. I took the same course. I did a hit and run by accident. I didn't know what it was. She pulled off to the side of the road, and I was like, that's kind of weird. See you, lady. I've never understood people that got horny for fictional characters, because you know they're not gonna fuck you, right? I'm trying not to nip slip, guys. Hold on. You gotta turn on your listening ears. I guess all ears are listening ears, unless you're deaf. I vape at 13. Wow, you're gonna die at 20. 24. Are you mentally okay? Not particularly, but that's boy dinner. You know what I'm talking about? Me biting my nails, that's boy dinner. It's gray sweatpants season. Bad news for a lot of you guys with weak prints. I think if we can neuter dogs and stuff, we can also neuter some people. Some people, you look at them and you're like, you should never be allowed to reproduce ever. I'm going to ask you your sign, and then I'm going to Google what the most compatible sign is with that. And then I'm just going to say that that is my sign. I'm playing chess, you're playing checkers. What's the song that's like... I'm getting pest control to come. Not sexually coming, but they're coming over the house. I quite enjoy gambling. Every time I gamble, I'm like, I totally see how someone could ruin their life for this. Why does every person that works at the DMV hate their life? I guess I would too, actually. I got opinions on everything. Anything you want to know about, ask me. Favorite Twin Tower. Alright, we're off to a good start. And me when the car is crashing, but I don't want to give her the ick, so I'm like... Whoa. Shit, we're crashing. Till I just got an ad for vaginal dryness medication on your stream. They're targeted ads, so... Not the brightest bulb? Yeah, I'm not the biggest dildo in the jar of dildos. Did y'all's elementary school not spank you and stuff? Am I a victim? That's crazy. Are you serious? People with peanut allergies, if we just all kind of closed our eyes, it would sort itself out after a little bit. What the fuck is happening right now, dude? I got opinions on everything. Anything you want to know about, ask me. Favorite Twin Tower. Alright, we're off to a good start.